22, it says let f be a differentiable function. Gives some clues. F of 3 equals 15. F of 6 equals 3. F prime of 3 equals -8. F prime of 6 equals -2. Then it says the magic clue, which we saw earlier today. G of x is the same thing as f inverse. Find the value for g prime of 3. So seeing that we're relating something to f inverse reminds me of that new rule on the pink sheet that we just talked about today. So I write exactly what I did before. I'm supposed to be finding the derivative of g of x when the x coordinate is equal to 3. Which means I am finding the derivative of f inverse when x is equal to 3, which means I am finding 1 over f prime of f inverse of 3. And just like the last problem, I now am tasked with figuring out what is the equivalent value for f inverse of 3. So they do give a clue that allows me to find f inverse of 3. I'm curious how many of you can see the clue. How do I find f inverse of 3? Carl's in, Miles, 2 points if I say your name. Mike's half in, 1 point. Sam's half in, 1 point. Zarin, 2 points. Elizabeth in the back is in. How do I find f inverse of 3, Elizabeth? Oh, not bad. 2 more points for Elizabeth. Small mistake though. They want me to find f inverse of 3. This right here is telling me f prime of 3. So f prime of 3 is different than f inverse. So that actually won't help right now. No worries. How do I find f inverse of 3? Let's go math.
Would it be f of 3 equals 15? Would it be like 1 over 15?
Oh, I'll give you a 3 for that one. That's a problem with math, to be honest. They use the word inverse in 2 different ways. We often use the word inverse to mean 1 over something. Totally correct. In this context, f inverse means something else. You learned about it last year. If you have a function f, and like for example here it says when you plug in a 3 you get a 15. When you plug in a 6 you get a 3. That means if you are dealing with f inverse, the exact opposite happens. So, hands up, okay, everyone who knows. If this is the table for f, and the f inverse table is the exact opposite, hands up, who knows what I write here? Like you just switch everything. Emmy? Perfect. That's what f inverse means. So how many knew this? 2 points, 3 for him. So hands up. Who knows the value for f inverse of 3? Just look at the table. It's staring at you. F inverse of 3. What is f inverse of 3? Have it? That would be f of 3. So if I look here and say when the x value is 3, the y value is 15. That's the absolute 3 for Evan. I'm looking for f inverse of 3. For hand? F inverse of 3. F inverse of 3. Jackson. 6. You know, we need to talk more about that. How many saw it? 2.3 for Jackson. So this now becomes equal to 1 over f prime of 6. So I'm back to searching for something that's equal to f prime of 6. I don't look too hard. It's right there in pink. -2.